Wilmington Kitchen Collective. My name is Chelsea Spires, and I am pastor and executive director of Riverfront Ministries, the operating partner of the kitchen, and we are just so glad that you are here. We're glad that you have fought traffic on 95, that you have gotten out of work, that you have made it a priority to be here. To our mayor, to our extinguished guests, we are excited for this day. I'm most excited to celebrate our entrepreneurs, the folks who have brought us to this moment, the folks who continue to remind us of the why on the days when we weren't sure why were we building this thing. It has been quite the journey, and a journey that has been especially challenging because of COVID-19. Challenges of delays of kitchen equipment, challenges of delays of construction, and of just what would small business look like in the midst and after the pandemic. We're so grateful for the ways that so many of you have fought alongside us for this moment, and for the ways that you have continued to support us even when the journey was a bit longer than we thought. We're really excited that this first space is open, and we have been open and operational now for a few months. We have 7 small businesses who call this kitchen home, and we have learned, we have learned so much from them in these last few months. And so to our entrepreneurs, who some of you are still cooking away and getting set up, I just want to say a thank you. Thank you for trusting us in this process. Thank you for saying yes to this journey, even though it's been messy. Thank you for your fight, for your story, and for allowing us to be part of it. So my wish, and each of you hopefully have received one of these wish postcards. My wish for the collective is this: that this vision that has started here at Grace and at Riverfront through the help of Wilmington Alliance, that this vision would spread, that the kitchen would expand, and that it would continue to grow until the needs of all of our entrepreneurs in the city. Everyone who has a dream to start a culinary business can make that dream possible. That is my wish for the collective. And with that, I want to welcome our mayor to share a few words with us. Friends, can you give a round of applause and a warm welcome to Mayor Mike Kuzik?
One thing I wish everybody, when they say what's your wish, the first thing I should wish everybody is old age. It's not so bad. And it's a lot better than the alternative. So here are my thoughts as I stand here. Number one, I love this church. This church has been something special for a long, long time. There's something about Grace that, as its name denotes, there is a sense of spirituality, there's a sense of community. There seems to be open arms waiting to embrace somebody, and that's what this church has always meant to be. And boy, this is a perfect, it's perfectly consistent with what I expect from this magnificent building. The second thought I had was this program creates 2 magnificent ends. It feeds people who need to be fed, and it gives a leg up to entrepreneurs who just need a little bit of a boost. Here's what you find out in life, especially when you've led a life. I don't want to say privileged, because it wasn't privileged, but if it makes you feel happy to say it, it was privileged. But the idea is that most people who have some means just need that little bit to get to be a success. And when people don't have that, they wind up being frustrated because they think that it's because of them. It's not because of them. And so here's an opportunity for someone who says, I want to be in this profession. I feel this. You know, people in the restaurant business or this business, they're like artists. They feel it. But they have to have the chance to implement their skills. And so what you do is so marvelous here because you really give them the ability to be trained. You give them that boost that I say everybody needs. And so our city is a city of people who are just looking for a break. And that break can come in 50 different ways, 100, countless ways. But you found one little avenue to help people to express themselves and become successful. And I can't imagine a better use of your time and resources. So on behalf of all the people of the city which profit from your spirituality and your efforts, I thank all of you.
Next, I am excited to introduce Reverend Tracy Keenan, the missional presbyter of the Presbyterian Church.
Hello, everyone. As Chelsea said, I am the missional presbyter of what's called Newcastle Presbytery, which means that we have responsibility for all the Presbyterian churches in Delaware and in the Eastern Shore of Maryland. My job as the missional presbyter is, here's my elevator speech. Okay. My elevator speech is, if you're in a church that only cares about itself and your own people, you're not really a church. If you want to be a church, you also need to be good for and to love your community. So my job is to help churches remember that. So here we are, we're sitting outside of a Methodist church. We got the Methodist man coming up right after me, the thing that we have in common. Reverend Archie. The thing that we have in common is that we have this vision of what church really needs to be. It needs to be good for the community as well as for itself. That's what it means to serve God. So, the Kitchen Collective, back when it was a baby kitchen incubator, sort of had two parents, one the United Methodists and one the Presbyterians, and actually the third parent is the Wilmington Alliance. And I'm the staff person for the Ignite team, which is the part of the Presbytery that tries to provide sources, resources, and support for burgeoning new endeavors that are in love with the world and making the world better. So it's been a pleasure to be part of that as Riverside Ministries, with the cafe inside there, and then watching this amazing kitchen incubator start to take place. And at one of our last gatherings, we actually hired one of these entrepreneurs to provide our desserts, and people were swooning. It was so good. We were just delighted. So here's my wish card. Was thinking about food, thinking about really good food, and what came to mind was, can we have some more? So more churches sharing underused spaces, right? More visionary entrepreneurs getting space to work, more love, more delicious, more feasting. So thank you. I'm so excited to be here.
As Reverend Tracy said, next up is Reverend Joseph Archie, the Delaware District Superintendent for the United Methodists. Woo.
Amen. Bless the name of the Lord, who is worthy to be praised. It is my privilege and pleasure to stand here today representing United Methodists in the state of Delaware. Oh, how good and pleasant it is when Presbyterians and United Methodists and government officials and community can stand together in unity. Is that all right? Yeah. My Lord Jesus Christ knew how precious it was to feed people. He said, whenever you get together, remember me in this way, by breaking bread and sharing the cup of salvation. And so for us to major in food is right in line with what our Lord has taught us to be and do for people. And so my wish is a wish for increased community, for increased connection. My wish is to see artists and chefs and preachers and church folk and musicians and everyone be uplifted by what we see here today. My wish is to see faithfulness and fruitfulness to a community who are called to love one another. Economic empowerment for those who are looking for an opportunity and a chance to use their God-given gifts to feed people and to bring people together and to come together for a common vision. To see those who are talented, like Chelsea Spires and so many others, to bring us together and to keep us together so that we might be a city on a hill, a shining city that shows others what it means to be together in love. So be it. God bless you.
One of the things that we talk about often here at the kitchen is that it is this space where the business community and the faith communities have come together with their variety of gifts. And so next we are going to hear from Hera Wright-Smith, the Director of Economic Development and Inclusion from Wilmington Alliance.
Good afternoon, everyone. I am so excited to be here today. I am so excited to be part of the Wilmington Alliance staff and team. I'm the newest member of the organization, and it's exciting to be in the role of economic development and inclusion for such a dynamic, powerful, small but mighty group. I want to acknowledge also, before I give my remarks, my team, our CEO, Renata Kowalczyk, Renee Bennett, who is our grants manager. She's here somewhere. Renee? Okay. Emily Gale is here. She manages our office and keeps us all in line. Thank you, Emily. And others who, where we go? Oh, Laura. There we go, Laura. Well, I had a special one for you. So yeah, I didn't leave you out, but yes. Laura, it has been such a tremendous friend, and just for me to be in this position right now, knowing that this has been years in the making, I'm coming on the back end of a tremendous milestone. And so Laura has been such an inspiration to me, being a new member of the organization, and I appreciate you, Laura, for that. As we continue to take part in creating strong neighborhoods through Wilmington Alliance's creative placemaking and the tremendous transformation of community life through the Kitchen Collective, the Alliance continues to build strong contributions to support the city's goals for a robust local economy in Wilmington. We do this through supporting our small business ecosystem in ways that cross diverse neighborhoods, like West Center City. As we all may know, Wilmington Alliance is an ecosystem building organization. We connect people, we connect resources, and we produce results that keep us going through investments in our programs and the work to address the city's greatest needs. As far as our work with small businesses and entrepreneurs, we support, obviously, the continued growth of culinary entrepreneurs, but also, in addition to that, we have a tremendous pipeline of small business and entrepreneurs that we work with more broadly. We agree with the city's goal on ensuring that Wilmington is a city where inclusive businesses can thrive, which aligns with our focus to constantly think about what's next. What is next for the continued growth and development of our entrepreneurs? So given our focus, I just want to take a second to talk about just really a few of our main key capstone programs that we support. Equitable entrepreneurial ecosystem. Many of us know it as E3. The Alliance is in partnership with the Pete DuPont Freedom Foundation to build strategic coalitions that provide resources and access to funding for entrepreneurs of color. We're really, really excited about that. And we lead that with Pete DuPont Freedom Foundation. We have our Wilmington Strong Fund. In response to COVID, which was talked about earlier, we are in partnership with Cornerstone West, CDC, and we offer $1,000 grants to small businesses in Wilmington to help them with their rent, their utilities, to help support paying their bills, to help think about how to reimagine their businesses and communicate those through marketing support, website design, etc. Social media upgrades, we provide that. We have provided over $300,000 in grants to small businesses to date in just a very short period of time. 68% of them are minority businesses. 53%, over half, are women-owned. Then we have Wilmington Made. It's our Shop Local campaign. Online business directory we provide. We help with marketing and online presence and support in that pipeline. And then one of our latest that we've kicked off just recently is called Kiva Hub, K-I-V-A. It's a partnership that we have with the National League of Cities that we're extremely excited about. It's Kiva Delaware. We're bringing it to Delaware for the very first time. And it provides 0% loans to small businesses, 0%, from $1,000 to $15,000 with extremely flexible repayment terms and grace periods. So we're really excited about Kiva Delaware. That's a really, really great program we have. What it does, it really fills that first rung of financing for businesses that's often missing. They don't have friends or family to help contribute, so it helps meet that gap and fill that gap in financing. So I'll end there and just say, what is my wish? My wish is what others have said, that the collective continue to grow and inspire more entrepreneurs to see their dream, to be able to take that leap of faith, to start their own businesses and fulfill what God has put in their heart to achieve. So thank you so much.
Thank you, Hera. Next, we will hear from our county executive, Matt Mayer.
Hey, thank you. Good afternoon, everyone. Good afternoon. It's an honor to be here with the mayor and all of you, of course, with Wilmington Alliance, with Riverside Church, with Grace United Methodist Church. This is extraordinary. I know it's years in the making. I feel like Renata talked to me about this when I was first running for office in 2016. I knew it took a tremendous amount of work from Laura and of course from Hera coming on board, and a collaborative with the two churches that are critical partners. I just want to say one quick thing with the mayor here. I'm actually joined today. He wasn't actually able to make it to this event, but all day I've been with Lord Mayor Talib Bensouda, who runs the largest municipality in the country of the Gambia in West Africa, a municipality that's about the same size of Newcastle County. He's here with one of his aides, Andy Epsom, who's here. They've been touring Newcastle County, and Mr. Mayor, because they know what local government is like, I gave him a menu of 10 or 15 things they could see in Newcastle County, and they said they wanted to go to Cherry Island and see the landfill. And so that's honestly where we spent our first hour and a half, and they peppered the Cherry Island, the Delaware Solid Waste Authority staff with about 150 questions. But as we talked, I spent time with the mayor in the Gambia last year and again today. As we talk about local officials, what can you do in a big global economy that you feel like is leaving so many people behind, that maybe sometimes you feel like is making communities a little bit less equitable instead of more equitable? What can we do as local officials to win the future? Maybe to be a city that's a little bit better than our neighboring and competing cities in the area and around the country and around the world. What can we do as a county to maybe be a little bit better as a state? And something like the Kitchen Collaborative is exactly what we need to do. There are so many people in our community with great ideas, with extraordinary skills, but because they don't have access to a kitchen, because they don't have access to the right workplace, because they don't have access to that little bit of seed funding, their dreams, their opportunities, which ultimately become our dreams and our opportunities, never are realized. So I just want to thank these three extraordinary organizations for not just talking the talk, but for years and years walking the walk and turning it into a reality for our community. Oh, that's, how are you doing? Oh, wow, that's right. You talked to me about it first. Wow, Carrie, that's right. It started with Carrie, handed off with the prior organization of Wilmington Alliance, which was called, thank you, Wilmington Renaissance Corporation. So thank you so much. It's impressive as I look around the individuals gathered here today. Let's continue to support this, not just on the day we cut the ribbon, but going forward to support these entrepreneurs. Hey, the best way to support them is to all go eat. Thank you.
That's a great segue for our entrepreneurs. And so I'm going to invite our entrepreneurs to come on up. I know a few of them are going to speak their wish for their business, for the collective, and some of them are just going to gather close. So entrepreneurs, if y'all come up. All of them were like, do I have to do this part? Y'all do that.
To be a part of the Wilmington Kitchen Collective. I'm gonna tell you a quick story of how I got here. I was registering my business with the state, and I wanted to just be legal on paper and have everything together. So in the midst of doing that, I found out about the Wilmington Kitchen Collective, and I signed up, not knowing what to expect. So I met Chelsea, and my journey began. So my dream or wish for the collective. So it's a dream come true for an entrepreneur like me. My wish is that the collective will grow through Newcastle County and become the pathway for all foodpreneurs, and helping them make their passions a true real life business. So I just want to say thank you to the collective for letting me be a part of the first cohort of many to come.
Good evening. I'm Mark Saunders from STR Chef for Hire. I'm just proud to be here because as a personal chef, I was always going into people's houses to cook for them. In order for me to grow, I needed to get out of that mindset of I have to be in someone's house. So I brought a food truck. But one of the stipulations of having a food truck is that you have to have a commissary. And there's a lot of us out there looking for that need of a commissary. I was reading an article back in November, and I seen it, and I was like, they're trying to put together a collective. So I just sent an email to Wilmington Alliance. Didn't know who it was going to, didn't care. I just got it out there. And I get a call back from Chelsea. She's like, hey, I was like, yes, I need that. So she came and she just started texting me things. I started texting back, and before I know it, I was in. And since I've been in, I met so many fabulous people that I'm so proud of, because I'm watching them grow as I grow. And it's nothing better to have somebody on your journey with you that is growing with you as you go along. So with this opportunity, it's more about all of us, not just me. And with the support of all you guys, I know that it's going to be very successful. And my wish is for it not to just grow in Wilmington, grow all the way down in Delaware, go into the Eastern Shore, go into Maryland, and show people how it can be done, and use Delaware as a model for showing how it was done and done right.
young dogs in the city, period, okay? So about the stand, we are an organization that we're really passionate about providing good food, good service, but also teaching youth and young adults life and leadership skills. And the Kitchen Collective, Laura Samara, yes, but she has been my angel through the whole process. So I'm really happy just to be a part of this, and I really wish that it can just grow and that we can all be in the first cohort, just have opportunities for us to work together more. But this is the bomb, and I'm so happy to be a part of the first cohort.
Hello, my name is Christina Fabris, and I am here as a new member of the Kitchen Collective, the Collaborative, the Alliance, all of these inspiring words that have become a reality. And I'm representing Iris and Callisto's apiary, so it's our urban apiary here in Wilmington. And my desire for this alliance and this collaboration is that we inspire others to want to pursue their passions and take that leap from just having fun and diddling with things in their kitchen and giving things to friends to actually turning it into something that can be appreciated by others, by a city, by restaurants, by stores, by other local businesses and beyond. So I think it's a fantastic way to collaborate with people so we can express our uniqueness sort of like in a hive mind, if you will. And I'm very grateful for the opportunity because as an urban apiary, we're an odd creature, and it's quite a niche. So it's hard to figure out what the needs are, and they've been extremely kind and helpful with finding a path on what we need to do in terms of licensing and courses and things like that, so that we can share our creative honey and promote pollination and honeybee health and education, not only in our city but in the county and in the state. And it's great to be part of this community. So I appreciate you and thank you.
Hello, my name is Derek Allen. Me and my wife, Avana, over there are we're the owners of DNA Food Services. I'm from Philadelphia originally, and she's from Nashville, so we can bind our two culinary backgrounds to create our restaurant and our barbecue sauce and our food. So we actually catered our own wedding, which is what started our journey. And like many men out there, I was sort of forced to do what I should have done, which was the right thing, which is after the wedding, she said, hey, everybody likes our food, let's make a business out of this. And she dragged me in. But the one blessing is she connected with the Kitchen Collective. She connected with Laura and Chelsea, and I just want to take this time just to thank both of them, because throughout the process of anything, when it's a collective, you don't see the other wheels in motion necessarily. I think everybody in the collective has regular full-time jobs, so you just don't see the hard work that everybody is doing. You see these small little incremental things, but you just don't see it until days like this, where like everything comes together. And I know the dedication that Chelsea has put behind it. I know the dedication that Laura has put behind it. The constant conversation, the constant, let's call them discussions with the state, interactions with the health bureaus in the state, but it's small little incremental things, and they were steadfast the whole time, and that's what I appreciate. That's how I know it's going to be a success, because what we've endured so far, I know there's nothing that's going to stop this. The effort is there, and the willingness to make this success is there. So I just wanted to thank both you guys and everyone involved in the Kitchen Collective because I know this is just the start. It's going to be so much bigger than this day. So thank you.
Laura and I are not looking at each other during this, not to cry. Finally, I'm excited to introduce to you all Javi Diaz, who is the board president of Riverfront Ministries.
Hey everybody. All right. Man, I am so excited. I'm stoked. So I had to write down what I was going to say, because otherwise we're just not going to be able to enjoy all of the delicious food and do all of the amazing things that we need to do this afternoon. So hello and good afternoon. My name is Javi Diaz and I'm the president of the board here at Riverfront Ministries, and which is one of the founding members of the Wilmington Kitchen Collective. And on behalf of the board, I'd like to thank distinguished guest, Mayor Przicki. Thank you for being here today. Of course, our executive, our Matt Mayor is here as well. Thank you. Our denominational partners and advocates, Reverend Archie, Reverend Keenan, thank you for being here. And our visionary partners at Wilmington Alliance, a special thank you to, of course, Hara, Laura, Renata, and their entire board. And I don't simply name these people because it's the right or courteous thing to do, though it is, to do that. I name these people because it shows the depth of collaborative spirit that it takes to pull this kind of audacious project off. And when I say audacious, I mean it. I mean it in the purest sense of the word. We have been willing to take surprisingly bold risks to be where we are today. I looked through the audience and I see folks that know a little bit about me before I stood up here today, and it takes a lot of audacity to stand in Wilmington, to be a part of something as big and as bold as this project is. But today represents a celebration of an idea become reality. An idea of a shared kitchen where the flavors of a city could come to life. And that idea found a kitchen, and when it found the kitchen, it lacked the staff, and then when it lacked the staff, it lacked the funding, and when it lacked the funding, we found the funding, and then when we lost the funding, we found more funding, and then when the equipment didn't arrive on time, we figured out how to get it in, and when we lost staff, we found a way to find more staff. This has been an audacious journey. But what I love about this the most is that I'm a city rat. Most of you probably don't know that. I went to school just right down the street here and got my associate's degree in photography from the Delaware College of Art and Design. And I've walked by hungry people as I walked out of those halls of that school. And I've walked by people who lacked a hope and a dream. And I've walked by people who have found a place to make their dreams a reality. But it must be said that our audaciousness and our collaborative spirit pales in comparison with the grit and the faith and the trust demonstrated by our most esteemed guests. And they're not really guests, they are our hosts today, our esteemed entrepreneurs. And so to our entrepreneurs, I say, this is not our kitchen, this is your kitchen. This is not our dream, this is your dream. Thank you for sharing your dream and fears with us, your roadblocks and your joys. Thank you for not only sharing your dishes, but also your stories. Your faith in this project has proved what is possible when we trust each other, believe the best about one another, and rely on each other to achieve what only can be achieved in community. Because of you all, my wish is becoming true. You see, I believe that human flourishing, a key component of the Wilmington Kitchen Collective's mission statement, can only come to pass through our active commitment to one another. This kitchen is a reminder of the commitment to love and to serve one another, to lay down our own selfish ambition for the betterment of others, and to along the way perhaps mourn and even rejoice together. Today demonstrates the power of a collaborative hope. And yes, we're just getting started. In a moment, some of you will be asked to share some of your hopes and wishes, but if I could be so bold to make my wish a bit more known. My wish is perhaps already fulfilled, but is continuing to expand upon the vision of every entrepreneur, of every family represented, of every child who will be able to perhaps go on to receive a formal education, perhaps to their grandchildren, to every member of the city who will taste and see how good it is. Yeah, that's a quote. But who will taste and see how good it is to be in a city who has your back. And so entrepreneurs, thank you. Thank you for letting us be a part of your dream and for helping a part of our dream come true. Thank you to all of you who are here today for celebrating with us. God bless each and every one of you and your families. Laura, I think we're going to start to have a little procession, and we'll have our elected officials and Chelsea come on up to be with us today. Hey, buddy. Good to see you. Yeah, we have some playmakers in the audience. So why don't we come on up? We're going to cut the ribbon. Mayor Brusik, if you would. Entrepreneurs, please come on up. Matt Mayor, please come on up. Hannah, please come on up. Renata, Laura, anyone who spoke, please come on up as we cut our ribbon together. We're going to start the party, y'all, in a little bit. Katie Lecoq, our program manager, if you are here, please join us. Katie Lecoq, come on up. Members of our board, if you're here, any members of the Riverfront board, members of, yes, right in the front. So come on up. We're going to move this stand here too.